A short time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, check.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Get that ball. Hustle. Mike 42, Mike 42. Set the tone.
From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
319.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Jim. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Check. 26. Check 48 to Mike. Hey, Echo.
Rodgers to throw once more. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Danny. Go. 48, Mike. 48.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And again, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Rodgers now on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike. 358. Easy.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Kill.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 94 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So they'll give 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Keep it 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The connection made. It's Graham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Jackson now steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Third and goal, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
50 seconds to mine. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Jones down to the 30 after a gain of 3. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack on first down, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're running. Ingram. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd and 1, Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
Throwing is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. This is Ingram. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Me and you all day, all day.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, 80's yours, 80's yours. Hey, 626.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
88, 88, 88.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll fire a desperation throw for the... And that is intercepted! Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
We'll see if they are in line with Charles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. I get an